Jonathan Eaton. The name just sings of opera.
It does?
It does.
Methinks the gentleman doth protest
It
too
has
much.
a nice ring to
Thank
it.
you, thank
What
you.
brought you to opera?
Well, I've always been involved in music. I think, actually, I didn't choose it particularly, it chose me.
Oh.
And it was the result of my parents sending me off to boarding schools in England when they lived in Africa. At a choir school, actually.
Well, it's always struck me as interesting, looking across the country. There are cities that are the size of Pittsburgh or larger that are losing their one opera company, yet
Right.
Pittsburgh actually has several. There's actually a thriving opera community here in this city. What is it about Pittsburgh?
Well, firstly, it's a great city, so let's get that straight.
Let's get that out of the way.
That's one of the main reasons
Agreed.
I love to stay here. But I do know that our foundation community are an absolutely magnificent group of men and women who support all sorts of activities through the foundations in Pittsburgh, many cultural, but also social, and some very forward-looking, ecological, for instance. So we have a terrific foundation community. And I think that, and of course, the great people of Pittsburgh, its spectacular location, people like you, Brian, that makes the difference.
Well, thank you. So within that thriving community here, what is Opera Theatre's identity?
It lies in two areas, I think. Partly in our title, Opera Theatre. We espouse a sort of music drama where the theatrical values are just as strong as the musical values. So it's not so much about an implausible lady singing in a foreign language 200 meters away on a distant stage. We like to present music drama up close and personal. We want the lady to be plausible. And I've always thought that opera should feel relevant, contemporary, should deal with issues of the day, and that people could go to an opera and not feel that they just don't get it or don't understand it. So that's the opera theatre component. That makes us different. We like to appeal to all sorts of people and make opera fun, as I said, summery and festive. We also do everything in English. And this is now absolutely radical in the world of opera.
Yeah.
There are only, I think, two companies really that do things in English now, ourselves and Opera Theatre of St. Louis. And I think, particularly with a comedy, if it's not in the language of the audience, it's sort of silly. We like to say opera theatre deals in new works, American works, and old works done in new ways.
I like
and
it.
That's true. And we commission new pieces. Every year we do something that's new, because if opera doesn't renew itself, it'll become the wrong sort of museum art form. So you've got to do new stuff. You've got to talk to people in their own language. Another thing that makes us different is the fact that we're now a summer festival. And interestingly, Pittsburgh has one of the 6 great orchestras in America. Everybody acknowledges, fabulous symphony orchestra. And it's the only one of the 6 cities with such glorious orchestras that doesn't have a summer festival associated with the orchestra. Boston has Tanglewood, Cleveland has Blossom, and so on. And we felt that we could better serve our community by stepping into that summer niche and becoming a summer festival, which we've done. And we're really excited to say that it seems to be going very, very well. We think we found our home for the summer. Your viewers may be able to see it just past our ears, a little teeny portion of it.
The 20th Century Club.
Yes.
Now, it is worth coming to see Opera Theatre of Pittsburgh. I mean, just to get a glimpse of this building. I mean, let alone everything else that this company is doing. I was amazed when I feel like I'm in like the Great Gatsby or something right now.
It's spectacular. You can come here, the parking's effortless, you can have a delicious dinner before a show in very, very elegant dining rooms. and then go and see a show in what must be the prettiest Art Deco theatre in the region.
I saw it today.
It's
stunning.
gorgeous. If I could have one of those chandeliers in my bathroom, I'd be a happy man.
You would still have room to do bathroom things with one of those chandeliers
with a martini in my hand and a chandelier above my head. What more does a guy need? There are 3 main stage productions. And they have a lovely summery and festive feel because we are Summerfest.
Indeed.
One of them is actually a gorgeous musical, The Fantastics, longest ever running show on Broadway, super popular, not done so often.
What do you feel, separates a opera from a musical?
Not much, actually. Same game. You could become academic and say, well, most operas have no spoken text, but many do, actually. You could say that all musicals are a mixture of songs and spoken text, but Les Mis has no spoken text. So they're all about telling stories through music and drama. It's really simple. And we think that's as much part of opera theatre as, say, the next main stage show, which is a Viennese operetta. One of the greats, The Merry Widow, has tunes which, again, virtually everybody knows, may not know where they come from. Lots of people will know it. It's a tuneful, delightful, very slightly naughty. There's a good can-can.
Oh, I'm a sucker for a good can-can.
Yeah. And then they can come and see the next musical comedy, which you would classify perhaps more as an opera, Ariadne on Naxos. Perhaps one of the saving graces is that the librettist was an Austrian. So it's a musical comedy with some magnificent music. It's very, very, very demanding singing indeed. In fact, it has one role with a super high soprano who could shatter a martini glass with one top C.
Have you ever seen anybody do that?
Yeah,
Really?
actually, every rehearsal we've had so far, we're running out of martini glasses.
No, are you kidding me?
Yes, you should come and see the show. You too will here then see a glass shatter as
I always thought that was exaggerated. I didn't think that literally happened.
Not at Opera Theatre Summerfest.
Wow.
We shatter all glasses, guaranteed.
So, when this all wraps up, what keeps you busy for the rest of the year?
Ha! 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 Well, all this includes 5 recitals, including we had a marvelous recital by Marianne Cornetti.
Yes.
Who is one of the great superstars of Pittsburgh. Local gal made good, Pittsburgh champion, we back 'em. And she opened the festival with a celebrity recital. We have children's opera, The Jumping Frog of Calaveras County, where they used to hold frog jumping competitions. And Mark Twain actually attended one. But he wrote a very celebrated short story, which was then turned into a delightful kids' opera. That's at 11 every Saturday morning. Bring the kids, bring the grandkids, and we will teach you how to make an origami jumping frog afterwards.
I'm sold.
Me too, actually. That's the only reason why we're doing the production,
All
but
right,
don't tell anyone.
All right, well, we're going to get together and compare frogs.
Okay.
I would like just to...
Mojumbilitatu, Simbanakuleviatu, Mamanalia, Simbanalia, Mojumbilitatu. So you see, I was pre-selected for opera from my Swahili singing days.
I see. The only reason I might be hesitant is that I may never leave. You know,
So we'll kick you out at 11 anyway. Now, bear in mind this was a ladies' club, so the men's rooms were few and far between. And one of them has this gorgeous, great big antique clawfoot tub. And the ladies have wallpapered the sides of the tub to match the wallpaper in the room. And that's where, one of these evenings, I'm going to skive off from opera, hop in the tub, and take my dry martini with me.
Please do. And if we may, have...
You can't join me, I'm
well,
sorry,
I was going to say...
Because when you sing, you're happy. It raises the serotonin levels.
No.
Did you notice that?
I'm happy when I sing. I don't know if people around me are.
Do you remember those days
Days in September. Yeah, I was way off.
What else are we
Moving on,
doing? Oh, lots of happy hour. Do you want to hear about happy hour or what we do
I
for the
always
rest
want
of
to
the
hear
year?
about happy hour. Dark lady left and danced and lit the candles one by one. I put a little
There he
share into it
goes.
too.